How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm back with another movie review. And today I'm going to review for you, me, and Tuscany. Before I go any further, please hit the like button. All right, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you be notified of more reviews like this. And visit the Patreon and donate. Whatever you choose to donate will be graciously appreciated. Grazie. So, or should I say, a ciao, which I thought ciao always meant bye, but no, it means hi. That's kind of cool. So, what is You, Me, and Tuscany? As you can see from Regé-Jean, I always get his, what is your last name? Am I saying your name right? Regé-Jean Page. And you can't see her, but that's Halle Bailey. This movie is a black rom-com set in Tuscany, Italy. Now, here's the thing. When I say black rom-com, both leads are black. Black man, black woman. Outside of those two, because, you know, Regé-Jean is known from Bridgerton and a couple other things. And Halle Bailey is Halle Bailey. I mean, I guess most recent thing, if you all only pay attention to mainstream things, is Little Mermaid, but Halle Bailey is Halle Bailey. So that's what it is. Now, I was going to show up to support this movie regardless, because one, I like rom-coms. I do more than just comic book movies, action movies, and, you know, your odd TV shows and animes. I have depth, people, and I always tell you, watch and read other things outside of comic books, anime, manga, whatever it is you normally focus on. Especially people who watch anime, comic book movies, and stuff like that. Watch and read other things so you can have a focus. I digress. I like rom-coms. I like rom-coms a lot. If you watch Hitch, that's a rom-com, right? Although, you know, one black lead, she Latina? I guess Latina leading lady, but a bunch of different ones. And what's going on here is there is a black writer, Nina Lee. She has come out to say she has a black rom-com ready to go, but production companies are waiting to see how well this movie does, which is complete bullshit. And there's actually other black writers who have things set together. Now, Nina Lee does have a pedigree about her. I don't have it pulled up right now, but you know what? We can do this live. We can do this live because you need to see why. So she was one of the latest things. She was as lead editorial for Netflix's Strong Black Lead for several years. I'm just gonna pull up her IMDb page. The woman makes some strong stuff. She has starred in some things that she's directed as well. So this isn't someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Stuff like Jaded Blueprints, that's her. Black Girl Day Off. Now that's a short, but and it's frustrating because Hollywood's going to downplay black movies regardless, right? Look at Sinners, Variety being owned by some of the people who have footing in the Academy, and being just so pessimistic about Sinners, going, oh, well, you know, it might not make a lot, but when it did phenomenal its opening weekend. But they push mediocre shit like Supreme, right? So this movie, and it's getting rather annoying that black films live and die based on, I guess, the faults of us, right? You know, there's been so many white rom-coms that barely break even, and they just like, who cares? We're gonna push this one through. It's annoying. So yeah, I showed up to watch this, and guess what? I'm gonna see it again. Mostly because I actually like the movie, but I'm gonna see it again. We have to support these type of movies, because why can't we be seeing other things outside of dramas, right? Or when people believe that we're being shoehorned as black replacements or black swapping, race swapping of some of their favorite characters, right? So I like this movie a lot, and I wish I wanted to review it quickly, but life be life. And what I really appreciate about this is it's light. right? It is what you look for in a rom-com. And I'm not, that is to say, it has a lot of the standard stuff. Like some of the stuff that make me cringe, I was like, but it's so many parts in this movie that make you smile. Especially that opening, like I hate to call it by the numbers, but kind of like the collage opening showing her get ready and everything like that. But I appreciate that opening because it describes the character that Halle Bailey's playing, the character being Brienne Celeste Montgomery. We'll get into character specifics in a moment. But the movie's light. It's not super heavy on drama. Yes, both her, Brianna, known as Anna, not Anna, Anna, when she's in Italy, and Michael, both of them have no parents, right? She just lost her mom. Almost dropped my water. She just lost her mom about a year ago, and she has been lost. She had to drop out. She dropped out of culinary school because her mom was the one who was pushing her to do some shit. Her mom was pushing, saying, hey, we're going to go to Tuscany after you graduate and all this and that. She learned Italian. She's not like super fluent, but she knows enough, right? And she's alone. He's alone because the family, and I'll get to the plot in a second. The family, basically, he is blood to the family. They adopt him in after I think his father was British, because Mateo's mom was her sister, right? So his mom, probably a black British gentleman, had him. They died. She automatically took him in, which is one of the good things about this movie. This movie got me to cry twice. I had to hold it in. It's not even the part you would think. Not even the part you would think. But again, I'll get to that in a minute. Our leads here are capable as hell. He is capable as leading man. I haven't seen Bridgerton. Don't fight me. I haven't seen it. But this being I've seen him in other stuff, but this being a foray of me being like, oh yeah, you're a leading man. Nice. Halle does a great job too. She is beautiful in this movie, which makes me go, how did that man mistreat this beautiful ass black woman? Just Halle Bailey. Anyway, they're capable. He is a good lead. The moments where he's supposed to be snarky and funny, he's snarky and funny. She's comical, but she is so charming, which is part of the character. You pay attention to the fact that opening scene, she's in New York. Everybody knows her. Her friend, which thank God her best friend isn't like stereotypical black lady, because they came close. And then they covered it up with showing her as being responsible mom type friend, given that she's actually pregnant. But her knowing the people in New York when she's a house sitter, the clothes weren't hers, the dog wasn't hers. She goes about living through other people's lives, being a house sitter, right? But she's still naturally charming. Like she naturally meets this Italian guy, Matteo, who he has a whole host of his own issues. But meets him, gets the bright idea to go to Tuscany to use that plane ticket that her mom had saved for them, and goes. And a lot of funny things happen. She ends up meeting Matteo's mom and grandma, Nona, sorry. And to not get arrested, she had on the engagement ring, but to not be arrested, she pretended to be his fiancée, which later when he shows up, because his ex, they used to be a trio of friends, Michael, Matteo, and Isabel, she called him misunderstanding, but he kind of goes along with it because the family, it's weird. Michael is the one who does everything. He works hard day and night. He works the vineyard. He owns the vineyard, but works the vineyard day and night. He goes and helps with the restaurant that Papa Costa runs in his old age, and spends time with the family. And he likes that nice little simple life, right? Although you own a vineyard anyway. And even though he is like the reliable one, Mateo wants to be, liked as well, because him and his father had a fight over him running the restaurant, and he ran away. He's in real estate, but he ran away to America, ran away, does all this job, but Papa Costa, he places Mateo returning home solely on Anna, going, "You brought my son back to me," right? And this man, he's a stoic man. He's one of my favorite characters in here, mostly because I like strong father figures. I will definitely again go into that, but initially he's like but he's like approving. It's like, "You brought my son to me." And when they finally hug at the end, because they shook hands, but when they finally hug at the end, I was like, there you go. So she's super charming, making all these people like her. She may have lied about who she was, but her personality was hers. So I like, the scenes that they're in are nice. The scenes that they're in, it's like, what you're doing here. By the way, if you were born before, let's just say 2003, apparently Mario's "Let Me Love You," I guess it counts as an oldie now, which just made my back creak. But side characters are great. And it's nice when you have black-led movies where your comic relief aren't necessarily just black people, the black person or a loud black person. Although it is kind of, they still went with a plus-size lady to be the comic relief. But Francesca, she is that. I'm trying to, how do I say this? Yeah, I just say, hey, yeah, so she that bitch. I love Francesca is the shit. By the way, this is, I want to say is this published by Universal? Released by Universal. There's a Mario joke in here. So my other favorite side character, Lorenzo, the cab driver who calls his little mini coupe Coochie, which means cute in Italian. The Coochie jokes were so funny. Both of them are wonderful. But his cousin, Luigi, is a plumber. And Francesca's been screwing the plumber. And he wears green. When you finally meet him, he winks. He has a big mustache and he wears green. And he wears the overalls. It's pretty funny. It's a blink if you miss it kind of reference. But yeah. Our side characters are so nice. I love it. You get a different representation too, because I believe the youngest boy of Mama and Papa Costa, Enzo, he's perpetually online trying to do the TikTok thing. He's funny. Trying to figure out where Francesca fits in. I think she is married to, is she married to Papa Costa's brother? I think she might be. But she helps out with the restaurant too. These are great characters. I love in the end how they forgive her, and it's because, man, that Papa Costa. I love how Grandmama Nona, who was Papa Costa's mama, like she's just like, she don't trust Anna, but then she's always in the back. She's not saying, she don't say a lick of English until the end. She's just watching. And I like how Papa Costa, he's also, I don't know how old both of these two are, but he's watching, but he just straight up speaks the truth. He's just like, he lets Michael know, like, hey, you're worthy too. My son calls him my son. It's nice seeing, like, those were the parts that made me cry, because I didn't really have that kind of father figure in my life. Like, the two father figures I had were my grandfather and my uncle, rest their souls. But something about that strong, stoic man that is like still super loving, right? And when I mean super loving, like, he tells Michael, hey, just sit down. And, my son, doesn't say my nephew, just because that is his boy. And being able to see, when he sees Brianna, he's like, you can cook. And she's like, well, no. He's encouraging her. He's like, hey, cook with me. And when he is unable to, because he had a fall, and Nona, You don't say, you can't say no to the mama. She's like, hey, you're not doing the cooking. He asks her to do it, and she does it. She runs the restaurant on the last day of this summer festival. I forget the exact town in Tuscany, but he's such a great character. I wish, hold on, maybe I can find out who is his actor. Damn, I don't know. So his name's Giuseppe. His name might be Giuseppe. It might be Emanuele Paca. I don't know 100% sure. But yeah, those were the parts that got to me. And the forgiveness in the end. So show you how great Michael is. Michael's like, he sees, first of all, Matteo, when he comes back, he's gone out with the boys. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's barely home. He doesn't help with the restaurant. And again, you should let me love you. Michael's just like, he taking advantage of you. They have some special moments. They had 2 moments in the vineyard when they got wet. And shout out to whoever decided to do this joke twice when they're doing vineyard tours. As one is the white lady who's going, I want the tour that they're taking, because he got his shirt off. Ladies, there you go. I can't defuse. He took his shirt off. And the second one, they had him and Hallie all wet when they do the confessional, right? And then you have, I cannot remember these two comedians, these black women. I can't remember their names, but they were hilarious. They had bloopers at the end. All 3 were hilarious. But he's seeing Matteo make out with Isabel. He's like, hey, tell her where you been at. It's funny because she's rolling with, because like, we're not actually engaged. We're just going through this because we don't want to disappoint his family. Like, they're actually fully happy. You brought the boy back. And he's just like, they get in a fist fight over it. And she's like, no, this is what's going on. And I love the fact that it was Nona. It was Grammy. When she couldn't leave out, she had to sleep at the bus stop because she missed the bus. It was Grammy that's like, hey, we know you like Michael. The pops even told, Michael's like, hey, I can tell. I'm gonna paraphrase here. I can tell, where your heart truly lies. It's just like, he basically telling one son, like, hey, go ahead and get with that girl, because I could tell she like you too. But she says, so you made a mistake, so what? Get back. What family doesn't make mistakes? And then they all start confessing. I love the fact that Francesca says, I regret cheating on my husband with the plumber. And they're all like, she's like, I'm just kidding. I don't regret it. She's hilarious. But Matteo apologizes properly to their father, right? And they hug. Oh man, that's what, for gentlemen, those of you out there who are close to my age, I'm almost 40. Hug your sons. Please don't be on this macho bullshit. Hug your boys. Hug your boys. Period. And if you're older than me, if you're like Gen X or still a baby boomer, hug your damn sons. What in the hell is wrong with you? Hug and kiss your kids. Don't be stupid. Sheesh. But yeah, very touching. Very it's so good. And let's talk about the food, which is funny because that's kind of how they initially met. Because she wanted the sandwich that's normally his order, but because he lives there, the girl gives it to him. And like, I like that headbutting. Like, they're initially at odds. And when he finds out that she didn't have a reservation to stay there, he gives her the rest of the sandwich. He's like, have fun on the park bench. But they fight. And I love that he called it out. He's like, when we first met, you hated me. She's like, yeah, but then I got to know you. He's like, I don't know you. Here's my full name. Here's who I am. The rest of that stuff was actually me. And I like that. Yeah, in rom-coms, a lot of times you get the guy running after the girl. Her coming after him isn't what's impressive. It's the fact that she said, you know what? I'm going to let go of my fear. I'm going to push open this door. I want to see what's here. And in the movie, like a month later, she's still there. They still there. They doing a dang thing. The whole family. Matteo makes up with Isabel. That's one of the things I like about this, is that everybody gets a happy ending. You don't get that a lot. Like, certain some of these movies, Matteo would have been super sad, and the family would have ousted him, and he would have gone off somewhere, And then Isabel would have been storming when he was like, "Oh, I actually do love Anna." No. Everybody realizes their true feelings and they come together as a family, a blended family, but a family. But yeah, that damn food. All she had what? Garlic, tomatoes on some toasted bread. I do love the cute name they call the restaurant for the day at the end of the for the last day of the festival. Italiana. That was cute. I like that. That's actually, fun fact, that was the original title for this movie. It's only 105 minutes long. I'm gonna be honest, it only felt like 90 minutes. This is not a long movie. Those probably extra 10 to 15 minutes probably came from like the credits. I don't know. Songs in here are great too. You have one guy, the gardener, who sings. I'm trying to remember the song. I think it goes dun 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 dun. That one. Every day she wakes up for the week she's there. He's basically the rooster. Hilarious because when she gets drunk off of wine, has that hangover, she's like, please shut up. But that's music is great. I learned a new song called Rise and Shine. That song's so good. Like, the soundtrack for this movie is good. Like some of the traditional Italian songs and then some of the other stuff they put in there. Who is Rise? I'm just gonna look this up on my phone right here. Rise and Shine was by Leela James. Really good song. Really, really good song. Very uplifting song too. Sets the tone for all of this. So what would I put to say? I like this movie a lot, but it's not like, it's not the be all end all for rom-coms. It's a 4 out of 5 for me, but I do think you should watch this movie for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, it's a light film. You have capable, strong black characters that are more or less in touch with their emotions, right? Tons of fun moments, even trying to figure out how the lies are how they're gonna navigate through some of these lies. All of that is fun and lighthearted. And number 2, support a film with black leads, because black people can lead movies, right? I mean, right? I'm hoping whatever Nina Lee comes up with, I hope it's like the next Boomerang. Like, Boomerang is also a romantic comedy / drama, if y'all don't know. So I hope it is like the next Boomerang, because we need more stuff like this. We are part of the population. We are part of the world. What's wrong with giving us a chance when y'all keep putting together some of the most boring shit that we've seen, and there's not black leads, and you have your token black characters? So watch this movie. It is worth your time. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. So if you have already seen this movie, tell me what you think. What was your favorite part? I can't pick a favorite part. I enjoyed all of this. Matter of fact, when Halle Bailey sang the song saying "You Should Let Me Love," because Michael has to sing it, because they have a little tradition where the groom sings to the bride. Mom made him do an example. But he sang that song. When she sang back, I'm like, yeah, Halle can sing, right? That sounded way better than when he did it. So she sounded way better. So I like that part, but I enjoyed the whole movie. Yeah, I'm going to see this movie again. I will see this movie again. So let me know what you think. Please do not forget, leave a comment down below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and donate on the Patreon, which is also in the description below. Thank you for taking some time out, listen to me talk about You, Me, and Tuscany. It is a fun film. It is a very fun film. There will be the family parts. If the family stuff gets you like it gets me, the family parts will definitely get you. There are some legitimately heartwarming parts to this movie, and I'm glad that they made it. I'm really glad they made it. So please Be good, be blessed. Wash your hands, drink some water. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Other way it goes. Please don't be a jerk. I know things are rough right now. You might be thinking, hey, I'm alone. Kind of like our characters here. Well, look, you don't have to carry your burdens alone. There are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. So please reach out to somebody. All right. There are people who rather help you shoulder your burdens than to have you perish alone. All right. Talk to somebody, please. You want to talk to me? My social medias are in the description below. Give me a follow. Say hello. Be mellow, and we will be good to go. All right. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to get to some wine here. Going to give me some wine. Hey, some Tuscany wine.